So it's me again. I was talking to a friend that lives in Italy. He's Italian. Actually, he lives in Spain now. And I sent him the videos that I made before this one. And his response was very, very interesting. He says we differ completely in our political views. And of course, Europe gets only one side of the equation because CNN International, BBC, all the international news organizations are very left. So Europeans don't really get a full picture of what's going on in this country. But anyways, what struck my, what left me speechless is like, he said, and I quote, "I see another reality." And then I started thinking about it, and it's true. We human beings see reality from our own perspectives, and we do see different realities. Even though objectively we should think reality is reality, but it's not the case with humans. We filter everything through our own beliefs, systems. So that made me remember something that happened to me. I'm going to talk from my own experience. I was in Miami. This is early 90s. I'm driving around with 4 other friends in a car that I bought for $500, a beat-up 1980 Chevy Malibu. Now, we're driving in a very nice, high middle-class neighborhood. I was always interested in architecture. I ended up having a business building houses later on. And I was just looking at the houses with no ill intent, not breaking any traffic rules. And a police car stops us. So picture this. Nice neighborhood, beat up car, 4 Hispanic looking guys in a car looking at houses. Any logical, reasonable cop will go into profiling. That's normal. What else are you going to think? These guys are casing the places to rob them. So they stop me, hands on their guns, come up to the car, ask me for my license and registration, give it to them. They go, do my background check. I have no background to speak of. I never had a problem with the law. I never been in jail. Okay, they let me go. Another time, I'm driving, again, Miami. Shady neighborhood, same vehicle. I'm driving around. I get stopped by the cops again. This time, my back lights were not working. So I see the 2 cops coming from each side of my car with their hands on the gun and a very forceful way saying, "Sir, put your hands on the steering wheel and don't move." Okay. Shady neighborhood. Crappy car. Hispanic looking guy in the car. Again, if you're a cop, what are you going to think? This could be a dangerous situation. So what did I do? Did I go, "Oye, ¿por qué me paras, you hija de puta? ¿Me para porque soy hispano? Eh?" No. Did you stop me because I'm Hispanic? No, I didn't. Yes, I'm making fun of a thick Hispanic accent, and I can because I speak Spanish. That's my native language. And get over it. Political correctness, okay? We can make fun of these things. Actually, what happened to Happy Days and Archie Bunker and the Jeffersons? We used to be able to watch a TV show and laugh talking about these serious topics. Get over it. So that was not my reaction because I don't see the world that way. I just said, "Yes, sir, officer, what did I do? Your lights are off." I gave my information. Again, nothing happened. So those scenarios could have been very different depending on how I view the world. So there's a lot of talk now about systemic racism and police brutality specifically directed to minorities, blacks, Hispanics, etc. Again, that is a lie. Let me go and read you The definition from the dictionary of systemic, quote, of or relating to a system, especially when affecting the entirety of a thing. So what they're saying is the whole system is stacked against minorities. It's racist from the core. There's an institutional push to be racist. Oh, by the way, two of the officers that stopped me that time, ironically, they were Hispanic. So this country is not systemically racist. There are racist people. Yes, of course. In the whole world, there are racist people, and that will never change. There will always be racist individuals. But to say that the system itself is racist is untrue. Yes, we went through slavery. We went through a civil war in the 1860s. We went through a civil rights movement in the 1960s. And the system was racist. We had institutionalized racism where segregation was legal, where blacks could not do certain things, separate bathrooms, separate restaurant counters, go to the back of the bus. Yes, those were instances of systemic racism. We are not there in 2020, 21st century. We have gone through very deep changes in the system. And the laws were created to prevent that kind of systemic racism. So don't give me the crap that we are still a racist system. Yes, there are racists, but the majority, the vast majority of Americans get along with everybody. This is one of the few countries where you can come from the outside, and if you work hard and you integrate and you learn the language, you can become a full-fledged American. Go to Japan and try to become a Japanese. Huh? Go to England and try to become a British man, a full-fledged Englishman. No, you can't. Yet there are certain places in the world that you might be able to, but in many, many places you can't. So, and to top it off, when I was looking for the definition of systemic, look how insidious this has become and how the cancer of this ideology has spread into the general culture. This is Merriam-Webster. After they give you the definition of the word, they put examples on how to use it. And this is the example in Merriam-Webster. Quote, our nation faces a fork on the road and the decision either to continue down the path of systemic racism or to confront our past honestly. This is in the dictionary explaining the meaning of systemic. This is how pernicious and pervasive this ideology has become. I don't know. Wake up, people. This is not a perfect country. Nowhere on earth will you have a perfect society. But this is as good as it gets. And it's always getting better. Except for now. We're going backwards because of this stupid ideology.